Who goes there? Oh, who awakens me in the night? Ooh. No, I'll participate.
I'm just kind of freaking out because of an open flame in our bed.
It's cool though. I mean, I guess they can't see it.
It is cool, but it is very scary. We have Syd has lit a candle in a Victorian style candle holder.
Ooh.
Because we are in sort of Victorian style pajamas.
Dressing gowns.
Dressing gowns.
Oh.
Okay. Don't do a bit where you almost drop the fire. Okay, blow it out.
Fine. Out, damn spot. Out, I say.
Man, it would have been cool if the lights like went to black when you blew out the candle.
I know. All right. Well, if you're going to be boring, I'm going to bed.
Okay, I'm not going to be boring. I think we have a lot to talk about. It's the Bedtime Podcast. Okay, can we just say one thing? Like, in Victorian times, or just before electricity, it's so crazy to just be walking around your big house with like just a candle.
Well, they didn't have lights, I guess. We should really do some research.
There must have been a lot of house fires. It is so awesome that we have electricity.
Really? I prefer the candle situation.
You would have rather been walking around your house.
Yeah, because think about it. No electricity. That means once it gets dark, like, you're pretty much going to sleep. So, like, I prefer that bedtime. Like, oh, it's dark outside. Time to hit the hay.
So in the winter, you're going to bed at like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
You're waking up the next day at 5 p.m.
No, you mean 5 a.m.?
5 a.m.
I mean, if that's what God wants, you know? And then also, what's more romantic than candles after dark? It just sounds so romantic. Which obviously, I know I'm being ridiculous. Like,
fine, let's put it to the test. How about you live without electricity for a week?
I don't think I could do that. Well, no, I guess my gas stove isn't electricity. Okay. No, I'm not doing it. I really was racking my brain thinking of the electricity I need the most, like other than lights, and I don't blow dry my hair or anything.
No phone.
Oh, right. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm addicted to my phone.
I am so sick of my phone lately.
Oh, you really are?
It feels like a drug that I keep going back to, but it's just not getting me high anymore.
Yeah.
Like I look at it and I hate it. I often look at it and I just throw it away because I'm like, why am I spending so much time? Also, my fucking head feels so heavy lately.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah. That's why I started knitting. That's literally why I started knitting, because I too have a phone addiction, as we all know. I live for TikTok. So I'm not joking. I learned how to knit last week so that I could get off my phone, and it's working. I've knit half a baby blanket.
You have.
I'm not joking. It's taken me 10 hours to knit half a baby blanket,
and it has cured your neck, the weight of your head.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I also go to the chiropractor, so, there's a lot. And I have a very expensive pillow.
I truly feel like my head is going to like snap off.
You should go to my chiro while we have this nice insurance.
I mean, is that what's to expect for the future for everybody? Like excuse me. No, bless you.
Bless you. Sorry.
Is that what we can expect for the future? That we're all just going to be walking around with like our crooked necks, our chins on our chest? Like, is that what we can expect?
Probably. Honestly, with the way things are going, yeah. Unless everybody revolts, we get out of this mess and we all go live in anarchy on a farm somewhere, which everybody knows that's the future I want. And
we're going to be using candles to get around there.
We're using candles. Someone's farming. We share all the jobs. I'm basically describing a kibbutz, but...
A kibbutz.
A kibbutz. That's what they're called. I'm going to go live on one of those damn kibbutz.
If you're watching on video, we have sleeping cabs on.
Yeah, we do have sleeping cabs.
Can I just say that these are a stiff material away from being like the hat a Ku Klux Klan member would wear?
Yeah, we... There's definitely some overlap in that factory.
If these were straight up,
we'd look psychotic.
We'd look like the Grand Wizard.
Yeah.
But because they're floppy, it's a sleeping cap. Why would you wear it? Do people wear this?
I guess they used to because they'd be cold. Okay, I have something to say about the KKK.
Okay.
So, I have OCD, which a lot of people think OCD is like, oh, I'm gonna turn the lights on 10 times. I'm crazy, but a lot of the times it's just like thought repetition that you can't control, like thinking you're like a terrible person or that like. I don't know. But for example, one I had when I was a child was that I would picture someone in the Ku Klux Klan and I would think it was like a memory from a past life. So I would always think like, oh my God, I used to be in the Ku Klux Klan. And I was a little kid running around thinking this. And I actually have never told that to anybody. You
would think about the Ku Klux Klan, but you thought that was a memory?
Yeah, I thought it was like a vision from a past life. Because I grew up kind of hippy dippy, so I was like, thinking, looking back, like, I don't know if that's the best way to raise your kids.
I'm just like so confused that you would think like a thought was a memory.
Well, it's mental illness. I think actually is May mental health awareness month. Is that my mental health awareness? It might be. If so, then we got a lot to talk about today. This is already turning out to be a great episode. We got into a deep core memory for me that I never told anyone about.
Yeah. You want to hear the deep core memory I have?
Yeah. About the KKK?
No. When I was a kid, I would always skip the third step coming up from my basement because for some reason I always would have a vision of me stepping on that step and a hole would open and a black hand with red nails would reach up, grab my ankle, pull me down into the underworld for the rest of eternity.
That's scary. That's scary.
So I would always skip the third step.
Wow. We're fucked up.
I would also do this, and I know you did this. When I would sleep at night, I would, and an airplane would fly by, I would cover my head with the blanket because I was scared like, oh, maybe it's not an airplane. Maybe this time it's like an alien spaceship, but they wouldn't see me if I had my head under the blanket.
Yeah, I didn't do that. My similar one was if I was walking around the house at night, I would either sprint past the windows or duck below them because I was worried an alien would shoot me. Man.
Just picturing you as a little kid just like diving and dodging through windows. Your dad's like, what are you doing? Man,
we had bad anxiety as kids.
Yeah, all of that is like fear of death.
Yeah, and just anxiety. Like, oh man.
But anyways, yeah, I'm just like, I'm sick of my phone. I'm honestly just sick of content. Like I got to a point on this very Sunday that we're recording where I was just like, I'm out.
Yeah, I feel that too. I
don't want to watch anything.
I know. As I do love TikTok, but I am sick of it. It's kind of all the same.
It's just like, I think sometimes I get to a point where it's like, there's too much going inside of me.
Well, that's true. We're not supposed to be living like this.
I'm ingesting too much. That's why I like watching sports because it feels like it feels like I'm a part of it. It feels like it's engaging it's like mentally stimulating.
Yeah.
Whereas like watching just like television and shows, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. I do feel like there's no room left in my brain.
I got nothing. We're sold out. On space.
I agree.
So that's why today we did something cool. We actually sent out a request to the sleepyheads.
Yes.
For some topics.
Yeah, because I want to know what the sleepyheads want. I want to know what the sleepyheads want to know.
Some topics to talk about.
And we actually got a surprising amount of replies. I'm always thinking like no one's going to reply. Nobody cares about us, but we got a lot.
But this is a community.
No, it is. I'm proud of us.
There are people in bed with us.
Yeah, it's a sacred, intimate ritual we do.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
I think
Symbiotic?
we're not scientists. I think you're using that correctly.
We're not scientists.
I have half a degree in geology, so I'm close.
We're not scientists. Therefore, you cannot use a big word.
You cannot use the word I think it is symbiotic because the other one's parasitic, right?
Nope.
It is
social.
No.
Parasocial.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Should we do the first one?
Wait, I can't move past this until you admit that I'm right.
Parasocial is not the same as parasitic. Parasitic is like parasite. Parasocial
But the relationship that our podcast listeners are having with us
is parasocial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were saying parasitic is, I was using the word wrong. It's parasocial.
No, I was saying what we're trying to describe as parasocial.
Yeah. But I was saying there's symbiotic and parasitic relationships.
What is a parasitic relationship?
Like a parasite, like they take from you and you don't get anything back. But symbiotic, it's like that big fish and then the little fish lives in its mouth and it eats the shit off its teeth.
That's a symbiotic.
That's symbiotic because it gets fed and the other big fish gets its teeth cleaned.
What kind of relationship do you and I have?
I think we all know that this baby boy is draining me for all I'm worth. In Challengers last night when he was like, will you hold me till I fall asleep? I was like, girl, I know exactly what you're going through.
I actually asked for that today.
I know.
I was so bored of watching TV and just like being on my phone. Honestly, what I felt in that moment is the only cure was human connection.
Which I was like, you can come to me. You're in an uncomfortable position on the couch.
But it's just like, who cares?
I mean, I care. I want to be comfortable. I go to a chiropractor.
All the time?
Well, I prioritize my spinal health. You're only as young as your spine. The creator of Pilates said that.
Is that true?
Yeah, Joseph Pilates. You're only as young as your spine. You're only as young as your spine.
You got a spine, it's 90 years old. You're gonna die soon.
Okay. Well, on that bright note, first topic. I'm going to split this one into two because it's long.
Okay.
First half is also long. Food, sex, and sustaining romance. Let's split it up.
Food.
I mean, we all know how I feel about food. It is my greatest pleasure, my greatest joy. It is my favorite thing in the world. How do you feel?
I feel that food is a important part of our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I've talked about this before. I don't think I would be as into food if not for our relationship.
Well, obviously.
I don't see myself, chasing out the hot dish around town.
Yeah.
I don't see myself cooking it with an extravagance.
Yeah.
But the way food has become a unifying thing in our relationship is really special. Like it is on the Mount Rushmore of our relationship.
It is. It is one of the four faces. Are there four on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Food is one of the four faces on our Mount Rushmore.
It's like it's something we talk about all the time. It's a big part of our lifestyle. I think when we wake up, we're almost always like, what are we having for dinner? What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
We think ahead. That's the thing about food is you do have to plan a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but there will be grave consequences.
Well, I guess I just mean like, it's nice to be like, okay, let's look at our week. Like how many meals are we actually going to eat together?
Yeah.
If it were up to me, I could roll you up into a tiny little ball and put you in my pocket and we could eat every meal together.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fun to eat with. I overorder.
You do overorder.
And I over grocery shop.
That doesn't bother me.
Really?
Unless it's like stuff that's going to go bad because I fucking hate wasting food.
I don't do that. I mean, if we're going to throw a little party, I overbuy stuff and then we have leftovers, which is honestly nice.
I got to say, like, I'm done with berries.
We are done with berries. We had an atrocious situation where like I think it was 4 times in a row I bought berries from Trader Joe's and I had to return them because they were moldy.
Whole Foods too.
No, Whole Foods too. It's upsetting.
I'm done with them. They're just not they're not sustainable.
No, I eat frozen berries though, but you don't like that.
I don't like frozen berries. They're too frozen.
They are cold. They
hurt my teeth. And they get all watery when you put them in the yogurt.
That's not my experience.
I just don't like them, and you will never get me to eat them.
That's fine. You know, my friend Sally told me her mom said this once, that her children were her greatest joy and her greatest worry and pain. And I actually feel that about food too, because while food is my greatest joy, it can often be my greatest pain in that I have a lot of anxiety about being healthy.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of like health documentaries. Like I was obsessed with the Blue Zones, and then I watched another longevity one, and like the Blue Zones guy was like, yeah, you got to eat like actually beans across the board healthy, whatever. But like the Blue Zones guy did not recommend being like vegetarian, but then the longevity guy was like, you got to be vegan. And then I watched another one this week called like Hacking Your Gut, and that really stressed me out because I've had IBS my whole life and I've really gotten it under control. Hot. I really don't have issues with it at all anymore, which is incredible because I like pooped my pants in high school once.
Yeah, this is my impression of your asshole when we first started dating. Oh my God, what's going on? I can't take this anymore. I'm going to die. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God, I can't do this.
That is accurate.
This is my impression of your asshole now. Doop, doop.
That's perfect. Yeah, sorry to be gross. I take beautiful poops. I'm really proud of them.
These girls' poops, the best in the whole city.
They're really healthy.
Shiva poop. Mwah.
They're really good. I'm really proud of them. But I watched this fucking Hacking Your Gut documentary and it just stressed me out all over again.
Why?
Because it's all about how your gut microbiome also affects your mental health. So I was like, well, fuck this. This is why I'm depressed. Like, this is why I'm so fucked up. And it talked about how like sugar is the worst thing you can eat. I do eat a lot of sugar. I try to cut back, but I do have a sweet tooth.
Me too.
And I'm sober. So like, come on.
What do you
have? I get nothing.
You have nothing.
I have nothing.
You literally have nothing.
I don't smoke. Like, Noah doesn't let me smoke cigarettes. Also, they are gross and bad for you.
Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah.
Blame me.
They are gross and bad for you. But I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I can't have fucking sugar.
No one's going down on you.
Yeah. Sex is the next one she asked for. We're talking about food now.
Okay.
So I was like, you can't let me have sugar, but they just were like, it's a little German lady. It's like, it's so bad for you. It goes straight to the bloodstream and it raises your blood sugar. And I was like, well, I'm fucked.
And that's a German woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my best. That was maybe Swedish.
I don't know what it was, but I loved it.
Okay, good.
It was fantastic.
She's really cute if anyone watches the documentary. What was I gonna? Oh, so basically to have a healthy microbiome, you got to eat like so many different types of food. And that stressed me out because I was like, man, I'm really into these chickpeas from Trader Joe's right now. That's really all I want to eat.
They smell so bad.
But they taste so good.
I think I'm going to like forbid you from eating them.
I'm obsessed with them.
I'm no more.
No.
I'm serious. Can you not buy any more?
No. They're the cumin parsley chickpeas from Trader Joe's. They're in a tiny little can.
They smell
so good.
It smells so bad.
They don't. I don't know what he's talking about.
I like when you eat them, you have to light a match.
Whatever. They've changed my life. They're so delicious. Anyway.
Change your life? You got them yesterday.
2 days ago. So
what did you say about the lemon? What did you say?
I don't know.
The way you just phrase things is so dramatic. I think you said there was a moldy lemon in our like where we put our produce, and you were like, this lemon is shocking.
No, I said this lemon will shock you to your core.
This lemon will shock you to your core.
Because I'd never seen a lemon that moldy. It was so moldy, my hands were covered in green powder.
Shock you to your core.
It did shock me to my core.
You have to ground your exclamations.
Me being like, food is my greatest joy and my greatest pain.
It's like, what are you, Hemingway? Like, you're freaking killing me, man. This lemon will shock you to your core. I'm thinking this lemon's got a fucking knife. It's going to kill you. It's just green.
It was a shock.
It was disgusting.
It was crazy. I've just never seen fruit that moldy.
I ain't never seen them lemon like that.
It was crazy. But anyway, so the way food has become my greatest pain is I really worry about getting cancer and I just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
So food stresses me out because I love it so much. I want to eat junk food, but I also want to be healthy. It's fucking killing. It's killing me.
It's like a constant battle you have in your brain.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at staying away from junk food.
Yeah, you are.
But I have a sweet tooth. I mean, if there's ice cream in the fridge, I'm going to have it every single night.
Yeah.
I just don't keep that stuff. I don't like to keep that stuff in the house.
Yeah, we try not to, but
it's hard.
it's really hard.
You go in these phases where you're like, I just need a little taste.
Yeah, so we have this banana pudding ice cream in the freezer right now. It's incredible.
Just a little scoop.
I need just a little scoop.
I just need a little scoop right before bed.
I need a taste, but a taste for me is, half the carton.
Yeah, you can't portion control.
I can't portion control. So part of this documentary is about fecal transplants. And so you get like the brain effect of whoever's poop you're transplanting into your body.
Okay, start over. You don't talk about this like anyone knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, for those of you who aren't caught up, a fecal transplant is where you take a healthy person's poop and put it into your body. So you get the healthy microbiome of that person and it affects your gut. But as I've discussed, it also helps your brain.
Dear God, why?
Well, so this girl was doing it with her boyfriend and he has really bad anxiety. But he has a very healthy gut and she has really bad gut issues. So she did the fecal transplant with him and she got his anxiety.
Wow.
So I want to do a fecal transplant from someone who has really good portion control.
Me?
Is it that you eat a lot? My family's always like, oh, Noah will eat it.
Fuck you.
They're always like, oh, I can't believe the appetite on this guy. They're so impressed by it.
I mean, but they also don't eat. They don't eat appropriate meals.
Well, yeah, I'm not from
your dad will have
from a healthy food.
Your dad will have a box of Cinnabon.
I know, and then he'll be like, I'm not eating for the rest of the week. Sydney, why don't you have portion control?
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait, how do they transplant it? You have to eat it, or?
Well, so there's multiple ways, but you watch them do it in the documentary. So be careful watching.
What a crazy surgery to go in for.
It's not surgery. So the guy took his poop out of the freezer. She blended it. And they did this in the kitchen. They blended it. And then you see the blended juicy poop in a Tupperware. And then they put it into little capsules and she swallows them.
Does it taste bad?
No.
That is so gross. I'm so sorry, guys.
I know. The other way
I literally got nauseous as you were talking. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
The other way you can do a fecal transplant, I can't believe this is what we're talking about. The other way you can do it is
I didn't ask, but
is they blow the poop up your butt.
Okay, that I like. Just for the cartoonish image.
I know. See, that's how I want my fecal
There's a big
transplant.
cannon.
Yeah, they blow.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, I'm sure it's with a hose or something. I think it's with a medical hose.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they call
They
it.
take the garden hose.
Hey, get the fucking hose and shove it up this guy's ass.
Yeah.
Okay, turn it on.
Okay, wow. We've taken so much time on food, and it was 1/3 of the first question.
Okay, what's the next
The
part of
second
it?
part was sex.
Sex.
How deep should we go?
I don't know. I mean, we're talking about fecal transplants.
I could get sad. I could.
I mean, just what comes to you. I mean, I like it. Let's start there.
Nose. Yeah.
I have found myself getting less horny.
Yeah, we're getting older.
Have you noticed me?
Yeah.
That
Have you noticed me that I'm less horny? Yeah, I've noticed, it's fine by me because I have long COVID.
Does it disappoint you?
No, I have long COVID. I'm tired. I don't feel good.
I mean, we're still having sex. I'd say once or twice a week.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, true. You know what horrified me today? Is
twice a week? That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine. I saw TikTok today that was the average American before they get married has 4.5 sexual partners. And I was like, oh my God, we're sluts.
Oh, yeah, we were whores.
We're sluts.
Before you, I had 30,000. I have my own fair share of weird things about sex.
Mm-hmm.
My first times having sex, I had performance anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've talked about this on the pod. If I haven't, I really struggled to get an erection for like
So long.
To the point where I was like, I got ED. I am the youngest kid with ED. Like the first time I tried to have sex, I was 16.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, it started happening. And I was just really, really anxious.
Mm-hmm.
And I, also, not to put all the blame on the woman, but like, I don't think they knew what they were doing.
Noah.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think they weren't like any of these vixens I was watching on Pornhub.
Noah. Oh my God. It's not their fault. They weren't hot enough, so it's their fault. Noah.
No, I'm kidding. But, the only times in those initial years, the only times I was able to get hard was when I was with someone I was like really comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Like my freshman year of college, I didn't have sex with a single girl because I couldn't get hard.
That's crazy.
And I would bring girls back like a lot. Mm-hmm. And we would just like, I would usually just like go down on them.
That's so funny.
Or like cuddle.
And you see, it worked out for me.
And like, and all my friends would be like, dude, sick, man. You brought another girl home. I'd be like, yeah, man, that's so cool. I'm freaking so cool. What did you guys do? Dude, I fucking, when you just like go down on a girl? They're like,
and that's
what?
all you do?
And that's like all you do and they love it. But like, I wasn't even good at that yet.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yet. But that like fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like it carried on. It would come in and out for years. And it would always be like, I would just be so stressed about getting into those situations with women and being like, oh no, I really hope I can get hard. Cause you're right. It wasn't about the woman. It was always about me. I definitely feel like I understood the type of woman that I am actually attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like that's like an evolutionary attraction.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you like their pheromones and shit.
Yeah. And really what it comes down to is big tits.
We know.
No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding about kidding. But no, I wanted to say something else about that. Yeah, it was just like a scarring experience, and it just took me a while to like get out of my head and not think about it and not have it be a problem.
So we're both scarred.
Yeah, but I think
obviously mine's worse.
Definitely 100%. I mean, I wasn't violent.
No, I know. I'm joking.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not. This isn't a competition.
I know I'm joking.
But if it was, you'd win. You have the most traumatic sexual history. Congrats.
You. Oh my God. That's actually a funny trophy now. I'm picturing most traumatic sexual history. Oh my God. That's horrifying. And I love it.
But yeah, I just, it was just the worst. I don't know if I was going to say something else about that, but whatever. Okay. But yeah, I'm just happy. I don't really have that problem. I think I had that problem with you for a little bit, right?
I thought Noah had like a micro penis because he couldn't get hard. And I was like, this is it hard? It must be so tiny when it's soft. Even though like I literally talked to someone whose ex-boyfriend had a micro penis yesterday, and it's so small. I had no idea what I was talking about. I should have Googled.
Yeah, let's not trash micro penises.
No, I'm not trashing it. I'm just saying it's small.
It definitely
anyway,
is.
I'm glad we got so depressing on the sex topic.
I mean,
and I hope that's what that girl wanted.
What do they want to hear? They want to hear about our hot nights.
I know. I don't want to get into that.
Is that what the sleepyheads want to hear, or they want to hear the juicy stuff?
Yeah, the get vulnerable stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. The last part of the first part of her question was sustaining romance.
Gotcha. How am I doing with that?
Pretty good. We go on dates.
Go on dates. That was like one of the best advice we got from our friend.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod, Jenna Spector.
Yeah. She said, keep dating each other.
Keep dating
and
each
we were
other.
like, okay, fine. What do you know? You're not married. But she was right. She's married now. So.
Yeah, we go on dates. But I will say like, I like staying in, but sometimes I think we stay in to our detriment. Not like of our future, but I am like, it's just hard. We live in a very hard time where like to go out feels like such a giant effort.
It's also a fortune.
And just such a fortune just to go out and grab a meal.
Well, yeah, we live in LA. It's a small fortune to go get a meal.
You know, that's why like...
I think we spent like $60 on burgers the other day. And I was like, this is a fucking hamburger and fries. That tasted like In-N-Out.
Yeah. But I mean, I think, yeah, like dating each other and like also like... I mean, you told me about this once, like taking the time to like really like compliment you.
I need compliments. And then you know what?
I mean, not just you. I just like being like, no, it's like not just complimenting. It's like saying like sweet, romantic, sex initiating things with no plan to have sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No. Give me an example.
Like one time you were like, you sent me this article about like some like, I don't know if it was an article or like a meme about like saying things I would say to you to get you to have sex, but not when I'm trying to have sex with you. Like being like, you have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen.
Okay.
But like not doing it where I'm like doing it to get you to have sex with me.
Yeah, you
I'm
did
just
say
like,
that to me like yesterday morning. Oh no, my sister texted that to me. Never mind.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what I think is very romantic that you have been doing that I didn't even ask you to do is he's been bringing me home a Topo Chico from work. And I find that to be very romantic because he knows there's nothing I love more than a Topo Chico hint of lime. And so he brings me one home from work. I didn't ask him to, but he started doing it like every day. And I was like, this makes me feel so loved.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just like I'm thinking about you?
Yeah. You're leaving work and you're thinking about me. And you know how much I love a hint of lime Topo Chico. And you just grab me one because you know that's going to make me really happy because I do like the simple things.
I also think it's really fun to come home and crack open a Topo with you.
Yeah.
Talk about the
day. Yeah. What else? I was thinking about this too. Oh, you know what? We have, not everyone has outside space, but we have a couch outside and kind of just laying out there and chilling and looking at the backyard. Very romantic.
Yeah. I think it's like also a lot about like, just like putting away the fucking phone.
The phone's got to go.
The screen's
got to go.
And really trying to connect.
You got to connect.
I mean, this podcast helps with like, we've talked about this where it's like, we have to talk to each other for an hour.
Yeah.
Yes, we're working. It's entertainment. But like, we have to talk to each other for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably, I mean, maybe this is not true, but this is close to like half the week worth of conversation that you and I have.
Yeah, we talk for 2 hours a week. So this is no, that's an insane thing to say.
That's wrong, right?
That's insane. We talk so much. We had dog training yesterday. We talked the rest of the day about it. We saw challengers. We talked the rest of the night about it. We talk a lot, but I love that you think we talk 2 hours a day. All right. I have 2 hours a week. That's how you just see, ladies, always keep them wanting more. Okay. The second half of this question is also coupling with someone in the same career.
Good question.
Can I tell them what you said to me this week? I guess you can always cut it.
Yeah, tell them.
So Noah and I are both writer, comedian, actors. Noah directs. I sometimes do. And Noah needs to write a new sample, and he told me he was really nervous about it because of me. What?
A sample is like a
new script.
Yeah, a half-hour comedy pilot.
Yeah. And he told me he was really nervous about it because of me. And I was like, why? And he said, because I am such a good writer, he just thinks, I guess he was just comparing himself to me. Do you want to word it better?
Yeah, I just was like, Syd wrote a new pilot like over the last few months. And she wrote it so quickly, and it's so good and specific and genius.
Thank you.
And it's intimidating. You know, I am like, because our brains are so fucking different, and it frustrates me. Frustrates me that I don't have the kind of brain that you have. Not that you have a different brain. That doesn't frustrate. I'm like, what takes you a week to do something takes me a month. Like and I don't know if it's definitely not like, it's not, I mean, I'm like very thoughtful, and I also like, I think, I'm very thoughtful, and so are you, but whatever. It just takes, my brain doesn't work like that. It takes me longer to get the things.
And I'm always jealous of how your brain works, where you can just like go, go, go. Whereas I need like so many fucking breaks. I need to rest so much, do other shit. I feel crazy if I don't read, if I don't cook, like, whereas Noah can just come home from work and work. He can also get up early before work, go to work, and come home and work. It's insane, and I am jealous of you. So,
but yeah, I guess I just like felt like overwhelmed getting back into work like that, knowing that you did it with such ease and grace, and it came out so good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is a compliment.
No, it is. But what he is not mentioning is...
like, I just think you make it look so easy.
I know, but I tortured myself for months before that I didn't have anything to write or didn't have any ideas. So, like, that, in the end, it is the same amount of time it takes us, because I kick myself with, like, writer's block and, all that procrastination for months. And then I shit something out, and it's pretty good. But there's all those months of, like... hating myself and my process before that. So,
like, I just think that you don't give yourself as much shit as I give myself.
What? I just told you I spent months hating myself before
I don't
that
buy
pilot.
it.
I did.
You're so good to you.
No, I'm not good to me. I'm not good to me.
I'm not good to me, baby.
I'm not good to me. I'm not good to me.
So, like, yeah, there's an example of like being with someone when you're in the same career. I would say most of the time, though, it's great.
Yeah, most of the time we're very happy for each other.
No, we are always happy.
We're always
for each
happy
other.
for each other.
There's no competition or jealousy.
You just said you were jealous of me.
Yeah, but it's more like,
obviously you're happy I am the way I am. You just wish you were like that, and I wish I was like you. So
yeah, it's like that's probably more envy than jealousy.
That's also negative.
No, I think envy is like, I'm so impressed that you have that. I think it's so great.
Maybe
I wish
it's admiration.
Yeah, I admire. Honestly, I admire it.
Yeah,
I really,
think that's more
because
right.
jealous. I'm not like, fuck you. I can't believe you can fucking do this.
Well, yeah, no.
I'm like, oh wow, you're like so smart. And fast. I like wish I could do it like that.
Totally.
It is admiration. But like, yeah, we're really supportive of each other.
Yeah.
I think there have been times where you have had to be like, hey, too much work talk.
Yeah, because Noah could talk about comedy all day.
I'm a real nerd.
He's really nerdy about it, and I really do find it to be a job that I love doing, and I have a ton of fun doing it, but I have a lot of other interests, like an absurd amount. And I would love to talk about books or food or knitting or whatever I'm into at the moment. And I can't talk about fucking story structure all day. But Noah could jack off to fucking, what's his name? Mel Brooks talking about, how he wrote whatever movies he wrote.
Great. This is a great riff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't regret it at all. I'm happy I went down that road.
Yeah, it's true. We had to institute like office hours.
Yeah, basically. I had to be like, and now Noah will kind of be like, are you okay talking about this right now? And I'll be like, yeah, sure. Like, because Noah will wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, what do you think about this for my pilot? And I'll be like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to bed. So yeah.
All right.
I like being in the same field though, because also when something sad happens, it's like, been there, baby, and you'll get through it.
Like, sorry.
And like, here's how I got through it,
Yeah, I feel like we're really able to speak from perspective and offer insight, and you know what I'm going through. I know what you're going through. Also, it's nice that there is a bit of a shorthand. Like in my past relationships, like today I went to like a comedy party, and I invited you, but like you didn't want to come.
No.
I did not want you to come, but I was like, it's better that you don't come.
Yeah, I didn't want to come either.
It was like, I think you also understand the value of me going to those things by myself.
Yeah, you have to network. You don't want to babysit your wife who doesn't want to be there.
But in many other relationships, that was like a problem.
Yeah. Whereas I understand it's work because it's work for me too. Next topic. I can't find my cat and it's bumming me out a bit. That sucks. I'm really sorry. I too have lost a cat. I did end up finding him a couple days later. So I'm hoping for the best for you.
Godspeed.
They do turn up. I found mine in the middle of the night in the middle of the street. So you do kind of got to be out there after hours. And that's my advice to you. Next question or topic. What's both your sleep bedtime routines?
Good question.
Good question for a sleepy podcast.
You go first.
Okay. Okay, I try not to drink too many beverages because I do wake up and pee in the middle of the night. Obviously that doesn't always work out. I love a tea and I do get thirsty. We watch TV usually. I get tired. I brush my teeth. I have not been doing a lot of skincare. I really just wash my face and then I actually don't have the energy to do much else. I'll do a retinol if I remember, but I don't even really moisturize before bed anymore because I just stopped caring. And I think that's what your 30s do to you.
Really?
Yeah.
But what about your skin?
It looks fine, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you gotta. It's like it's a process. You have to,
I know it's a process. I wear sunscreen during the day though, and honestly, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I guess.
And retinol like a day or two a week. I think I'm fine. I did order some more skincare stuff from Korea, so we'll see what happens. If I can get back into it. Brush my teeth. Honestly, I get into bed and I crash. I am a very tired person, as we all know, and then I have long COVID, so I'm more tired than usual. Update though, I think we told you last week, we're not putting Romy in the crate anymore. So now she sleeps kind of at the bottom of our bed in her own little bed. But I want her to sleep with us.
No.
I know, but I want her to.
She's not gonna.
We'll see.
My nightly routine is kind of chaotic. I'd say most of the time you go to bed.
I go to bed first.
And I kind of just
9:30, 10.
Yeah, and I kind of a lot of times I just like lay there asleep on the couch.
I always think you're watching TV.
Well, what happens is I get just like so lazy and tired that I just like stay on the couch just laying there. I'm just too lazy to like get myself up.
Yeah.
Eventually I find the courage to get up, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, floss. Sometimes I use the water pick, sometimes I don't. It's kind of a whole to do right now, so I just floss. Wash my face, and then I'll do a retinol once or twice a week, or a moisturizer. And then what I usually do if Syd's asleep is
he jacks off.
I jack off. Not often.
Just 3 to 5 days a week.
No, I'd say it's even less now. I'd say it's like 2 nights a week.
Wow.
I'm jacking off.
And then he comes to bed.
And then I get into bed. But there are other nights also where I just get ready for bed with you and come and just get into bed with you.
And this is dorky, but he will read a book out loud to both of us sometimes.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
But that's kind of our nightly routine.
Yeah, pretty run of the mill, simple, nothing fancy. I have an expensive pillow from the chiropractor, but that's it.
I'm happy I don't jack off before bed as much.
Why?
It doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me.
It never makes you uncomfortable.
No, why would I care?
That's so cool.
I don't know a lot of women who care about that.
I think there are women out there who are uncomfortable by their partners watching porn.
I don't care.
But the reason why I'm happy I don't do it as much is I don't think it's a good thing to be in my nightly routine. Like it's probably bad for my brain.
Yeah, probably.
Like porn is bad for your brain. Doing it before you go to bed is bad, Oh, another thing I'll do is I'm very obsessive about Arizona State sports on Twitter. So Sometimes I'll lie in bed while like once the lights are out and I'll scroll Twitter for a little bit, which is also that's
so bad.
It's really bad to do. I have some bad sleeping habits.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, knock on wood, don't have trouble sleeping.
Yeah. I used to have really bad insomnia. I don't
You
anymore.
really did.
Yeah, it was so
when we
bad.
first got together, you like didn't sleep.
I didn't sleep for years. And so like from childhood, I just could not sleep. And now I sleep. And I really think it's God smiling on me and saying, sorry, you had such a bad time. Here you go. You can sleep now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't actually believe in God like that, but I do talk like that sometimes. And I don't know what to tell you guys.
But I gotta say, I'm getting pretty tired.
Okay, we have a couple topics left. So should we just save them for next week?
I think we should.
Okay.
Let's save it for next week. Syd, let me ask you the age-old question. But before I do, I just want to remind the sleepyheads that it would be so great if they took some time after they listen to this episode. Just write us a review.
We also have a Patreon that's $3 a month. You don't get anything extra, but it does support all the work that Noah does for this podcast, which is an upsetting amount.
Yeah.
This is a part-time job for him.
But I love it.
But no pressure.
No pressure, but please. But yeah, but please write us a review, follow us on all those things. But the reviews, like, they really help us.
They really help. Repost the clips. That helps. Okay.
But now,
what am I into?
What are you into this week?
We all know what I'm into. It's the Trader Joe's cumin and parsley chickpeas. They're in a small flat can. They're with the condiments. They're the best thing ever. I'm obsessed with them. They taste so fucking good. And they're so easy. Put them with some rice. I eat them plain. Pop them in a salad. They would be good in a little wrap. I'm obsessed. I bought 6 cans the other day.
Ugh. They stink so bad.
I don't smell it, but
Today I was washing the dishes and it was like in the sink.
I don't think that's what you're smelling.
It was disgusting.
I really don't think that's what you're smelling.
Oh, you're going to tell me what I'm smelling?
We have like dog bones laying around.
You're going to tell me what I'm smelling?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, fellas.
What are you into?
I'm really into apples in my yogurt.
He is into that.
My breakfast every morning, we're going to talk about morning routines. I have yogurt, hemp seeds, almond butter, and an apple cut up. And the apple, I used to do berries, but we've discussed the berries are out.
Berries are out.
They last for a day and it's too stressful. I can't handle it. But the apple lasts a long time.
Apples last a long time and they're crunchy and delicious.
And they don't ever come bad. I never get a bad apple at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're fresh. They taste good. It's an interesting contrast, the flavor of an apple and the flavor of the yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
They mix together like
sweet and tangy.
It's like sweet and tangy.
Yeah, because we don't get sweetened yogurt.
So that's what I'm into this week. I'm going to have it tomorrow. Did you get me some apples?
Yes, and I got you. Noah wanted me to make sure we always have a backup almond butter in the cabinet.
I've instituted the almond butter rule.
Yeah, I have to buy 2 every time I go to the grocery store.
We do that with almond butter, and we also do that with milk.
Not like regular milk. We do it with like almond milk and soy milk for smoothies.
And coffee.
And coffee. I don't want to run out.
You don't want to run out of that stuff.
You can't run out of that. You can't run out of that stuff.
Boy, I'm really tired.
Me too. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, I'll probably jack off first.
Good night, sleepyheads. Love you.
Good night. It's the Bedtime Pod podcast.